What's going on, guys? Peanut back. Another video, real quick, just to show you guys the do's and don'ts about Weekend Classic and give you some advice that I have for you. Let's get into it. First, I'm just going to show you the rewards. I'm in 600, 699. I usually am better than that, but kind of didn't really play that much this season and didn't really feel like grinding, but got some new packs. You guys have seen most of this stuff before. There's some grayed out spots that we're going to have to wait to see. Obviously, the higher you are, the better you're going to be with rewards. I'm glad Mike Trout's there. And if you notice, my rating is in 600 to 699, but my current rating's 374. And the reason for that is it's kind of cheesy, but basically what I do, I get to a spot where I want to be for awards in Weekend Classic, and I drop my rating a shit ton so I can play worse opponents. Call me scummy, I don't really care. Makes it way easier for my games. I go 5-1 or 6-0 every time. I'm going to show you the squad here. That's the Sox squad, but here's the God squad I'm bringing into Weekend Classic. Might make a few tweaks before or during it, depending on how it is. I'm going to show you Ian Happ here. Batting pretty well with him. He's pretty reliable. Switch hitter, of course. Good defender. Obviously, Albert. Got to be at first base. Trying to get speed mod on him so I can hopefully put him in the outfield at some point. That's just the way to go with him. Everything else is pretty much maxed, and he gets up to 82 speed with the mod, so that's going to be definitely a grind, but I'll be ready for it. Obviously, GOAT. Cattell, just got him. Haven't really played much with him, but he's Cattell. He's just so buttery all the time. No dread lag. He's just got the works. Definitely would want maybe a power mod or a power/fielding mod on him. Kind of just really work out what you want. I'll kind of just show you some stats here. He'll get to 104 left, 91 right power. And then maybe, if you want, the speed mod. Tulo, guy I really want to get the speed mod on because I love him in center. He's got all the quirks. He's got the works. The guy's an absolute dog. Don't have a lot of home runs with him, but haven't been really hitting the ball well lately. Gonna have to practice on Hall of Fame before I get into games. J-Ram, staple. Dread lag has been pretty bad on him, so a warning if you guys are gonna spend the stubs on him. I'm not doing well with him, but obviously he's a good card. Lindor, loved his live series. Haven't really batted with him online. Literally just finished the boss, so definitely a power mod for him or the speed. Actually, no, definitely the speed. 98 speed, and I forgot that his power is really, really good on this card. Vision's a little low, but it's Lindor. He's a dog. Another switch hitter. You're going to notice a theme. A lot of switch hitters. Jimmy Rollins, I did have him at short before Lindor, but decided to move him to third just because he's got that great defense. Power mod for sure. This guy's lacking in the power department, but he's a reliable bat. He's batting 1 for me. Miggy, haven't really played too much with him. Kind of got a little lazy once I got all these players because there's not really much to grind for anymore for me. And then VMart, I've used him quite a bit. A reliable 7 through 9 hitter, wherever I want to put him. I know he's always going to get on base no matter what, pretty much. Definitely a power mod on him if I would do it. Maybe power fielding or just straight fielding, whatever preferences you guys have. He's a pretty attainable card, so I know some of the other guys aren't, like Pujols and whatnot. So that's kind of what my starting lineup's looking like. And then the bench, I did have Kurtz in here. Kind of a mistake. Went with Chipper on the bench. Definitely, I don't really sub out a lot of guys unless I'm in this situation with Ryan Howard. Must have on your bench. He's got all these quirks, pinch hitting, of course, only coming in pitch hitting situations in the ninth when I need a run or two. Chone just because of the utility. Never really used him in ranked. And JT used to be my catcher before VMart. He'll probably leave the lineup soon when I get that Posada back, which I'll get into in a little bit. But he was pretty good for me, good budget beast. Then this is what the rotation's looking like. We'll get back to more of that in a second because I'm going to show you guys DeGrom. And he's, from what I heard, pretty nasty for a completely free card to get. Will I probably just buy him with the stubs because I don't want to play Showdown on Hall of Fame? Absolutely. But I just wanted to showcase him to you guys because he's definitely someone, if you're a grinder, if you're someone that has the time, he's someone to definitely get. He's got the outlier on the fastball, I believe. Yep, fastball. Great card from what I've heard. Haven't tested him out. Probably going to test him out this weekend. Back to the rotation. Andrew Schultz, absolute dog. Only used him on my boy's account when I was at his crib, but for some reason he's just, I don't know about the relief. I don't know what it is. He's just nasty. Jimenez, haven't tried him out yet. Heard good things. We'll test him out in probably our first or second game just to get a clear sight. Felix, don't really got to mention him. Not a lot of people have him. Absolute dog, though. Tried out this Crochet because I'm a Red Sox homer. Kind of got shelled with him. And then Chris Sale. Haven't tried him, but he's Chris Sale. Then the bullpen's definitely a good spot for everyone to get. Bummer, dog. Probably the best reliever in the game. Very cheap. Bautista's a good one, but haven't really liked his control lately. You know, I could mod him up, but then again, he only gets a 74 control. Haven't been really happy with the reliever mods and whatnot this year. Andrew Miller, I used him a ton with my boy in co-op. Ashby, dog. Morahone, dog. Fingers, dog. Rogers, cheater, anti-cheater, but he's also good. Trinan's good. And then Mason Miller just rounding out the bullpen. And now I kind of just want to show you guys some budget guys because I know not everyone has a God squad like I do. Ian Happ, he should be on your team if you don't have him. Dog. He can play a bunch of different positions, like you can see here, left, second, third, center, and right. He's just an all-around good player. There's a bunch of people like Tatis. I used him forever. He had a gun. Shoot guys out at home, and he's just a great hitter. I can't wait till they come out with his new card, which will be coming out shortly. Then Pujols, not everyone has him. Josh Bell, used him in twos last night, actually. He was raking. Actually insane. Pretty cheap card to get. Definitely would want to get him soon because the vintage will go up just because of the new flashback collection, which will be coming out soon. Ben Rice, dog. Lou Gehrig, his boost ends today before the Weekend Classic, but Ben Rice, I mean, he's got the stuff. Definitely a great bat, for sure. Someone you should get is, like, if you don't have, like, a lot of good players, you don't play a lot, you don't have the time, definitely someone to get. Jackie's a little expensive, but I thought I'd just throw him in here because he was a long-time second baseman before Cattell. I mean, batting .350 with him. He's just a reliable bat. Put him towards the end of the lineup. Bazana, another great bat I've heard of. Haven't used him myself just because I have the best cards in the game all the time, but heard a lot of good stuff about Bazana. Played him a couple times. He gave me some problems. And then Utley. Not a big fan of this guy in real life, so I will never be using him. But throw a power mod on him. Use him to your heart's content. Great guy. Kind of just peeking here at some other second baseman. Cattell live series. More obtainable than he used to be. Good all around. I was 96, so... Then at catcher, obviously VMart, good option. He's pretty cheap. It will be cheaper in the Weekend Classic. Salvador Perez it's a French guy. I don't really like him. Langoliers is great. I used him in twos as well. Cal is also really good, but he's probably going to drop down to 89. So Will Smith from season 1's good. XP 1, inning 1. Contreras, Ben Rice, you can put at catcher if you don't have the spot. Also, Real Muto, like I mentioned before, dog. Really liked his swing. Now I'm going to head over here to Yordan Alvarez. Should have just looked him up because of how many people. How many just cards I have. Jorge Polanco's also a good first baseman. I used him for a decent amount of time. He was a raker for me. Always has a fan favorite swing. So there's Yordan, though. Here's some stats with him. Batting around 300, 15 homers. Kind of fell off towards the end of my stint with him. But he's still pretty good. Trout I haven't tried out. Connor Griffin I heard a few good things about, but other than that, no. Oh, also Bryce Harper's pretty good. Used him a little bit, and in his regular position in twos. But that's kind of what it's looking like. Ellie De La Cruz at short, obviously. And you could put Lindor there, too, just because he's a boss and most people have him. But Bogarts I liked. I'm a Red Sox homer, so take me with a grain of salt. Bobby Witt's good. Live series Lindor's pretty good. He still plays. I used him a lot. I should have showed him his stats in this for me, because I did play with him a lot. Also, I didn't mention this, but Kevin McGonigal's a good guy, too. He hits the shit out of the ball. Ozzie Smith's okay. He's more of a utility, kind of like Chone, which I show here. Chone plays every position, pretty much. And then Jimmy Rollins is also another good shortstop. I had him until I had Lindor, and I still have him on my team, just at another position. Now heading to third. Rip Junior Caminero and Didi Gregorius, 2 day 1 GOATs. Chris Bryant, I used him a little bit. He was pretty good. Love his swing. Shout out Bruce Bryant, if you know, you know. Moustakas, meh, not really. Vladdy's going to play. Joey Bats, of course. Not a ton of options unless you're going to have collections done. Sal Stewart also for third. And then McGonigal. Jock Peterson I liked when I played with him for a little bit, just because I don't know why, to be honest. Hernandez I heard good things about. Who else? Obviously Yordan and whatnot, but not really good position players. Also, you could put Soto in right or left. He's another boss, so not very easy to get, but definitely should be obtainable if you're playing. Ryan Howard, I said before, automatic bench bat. Aaron Judge, don't really like the big PCI. Never really liked Judge cards, but figured I'd mention him. Nick Kurtz is good too. Then for some rotation guys, Corbin Burns off the bat, as well as Roy Halladay. Halladay's a little bit harder to get, but Corbin Burns is really good. Heard some pretty good stuff about Kevin Gossman. Definitely that DeGrom as well. I forgot to kind of put this in this segment, but definitely him. Sean Burke, I don't really know. That's the problem is it's just there's so many people. Michael King, if you use him, you're a scumbag, but he's glitched, so I wouldn't blame you. Buck Holtz, good. Schultz, budget guy, good. Then you get to the rotation or the bullpen, and they're all just budget guys. So most of these guys that I use are all budget. Griffin Jacks, Zerpa, just removed from the lineup. Hoffman, really good if you're an off-speed demon. Chapman, of course. Gagne, crazy curveball. Devin Williams, he is that screwball that's pretty hard to hit. He was used a lot, so I don't know. There might be a lot of people used to him. Ottavino, Darren O'Day, Hader. If you're a scumbag, avoid the parallel 4 I have on him. Broxton was pretty good, but he's kind of outdated now. Bummer, probably the number 1 pitcher I'd recommend. Morahone free. Ashby, a little pricey. Tyler Rogers free. Raleigh Fingers free. Miller. I mean, they're kind of hard to get, but not really. Mason Miller's pretty cheap too, actually. But yeah, that's kind of what I got for you guys for tips and tricks. Obviously, Victor Martinez is also a pretty budget guy. And then Jorge Posada will be cheap. Excuse me for yawning. Jorge Posada will be cheap in a little bit. Just got to give him some time. Once the rewind pack comes out, he'll be very, very cheap. Definitely a good player. I mean, you know him. Everyone knows him. And now, go back to ones. I kind of just want to really glance over why I do this method of getting where I want and then dropping and rating. To be honest, it just makes it a lot easier for you. You don't want to be playing these sweaty games all the time. Some of these games are sweaty, even at the 300s, just because you're playing more higher difficulty players because you're in that Silver 2 league. But you're playing the bottom of the bottom for me in that Silver 2 league. And if you're a really good player, like I'm a World Series player, if I'm really, really locked in, kind of haven't really played that much lately, so I'm not going to push it for, like, better rewards, you know what I mean? Like, just not worth it for me. The risk and reward is just not there. Obviously, it would be better to be in higher rankings because there's more rewards, but I have endless stubs pretty much. Like, I don't really care. I kind of just use my stubs now to get new guys and invest for you guys. And then, obviously, you see here I have 14 sellable Michael Kings. I do this because he's going to be a rental for a lot of people. You saw in the last Weekend Classic, he was like around 80K. A little bit different now that the rewind pack is out for events. But the event ends, I believe, at 3 p.m., so there's not going to be an event rewind pack for the time being. So I don't see why not. Another look at the rewards. Pretty nice if you're high up there. By no means am I an immortal player or anything like that, but I dabble. I dabble with the competitive online play. I don't know why I'm showing this again. Sorry about that, but I guess we're showing Michael King twice. But I think you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to put down here. Just a quick side note, there was a leak for a lot of these players. So in the Weekend Classic pack, there's going to be, I believe it's Sean Figgins, excuse me, and PCA. I don't know what overall, probably 95 if I had to guess, maybe 94, probably 95. And then also there's going to be the new Chase Pack Al Leiter, which is a 97 that is coming out at 3 p.m. He's going to be a very sought-after card because he is an absolute dog. And he's going to be the first 97 that you can get other than the 99s. And then there's also going to be a couple more guys coming out. The ranked rewards are going to be... the bosses are going to be Rafi Devers and who's it going to be? Roger Clemens, that's the other guy. And there's a couple more I'll kind of leak out maybe in a short, so be on the lookout for that. But that's kind of all I got for you guys. Just wanted to make a video before Weekend Classic comes out, because I know there's a lot of people with questions up in the air. If you're interested and you got some extra stubs, definitely look into like the Michael King I have, or some pitchers that could be rentals for people, or some sought after cards that maybe people don't have on their everyday squad because they don't want to spend all these stubs on this player because they need the stubs for something else. I'll try to maybe make a short if I have time today, just for some guys to look at before Weekend Classic comes out to buy. And if you have disposable stubs, obviously I don't want you to just go all out and then maybe not make a profit, because it all is up in the air. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peanut is out. Peace.